So James, a P6 in qualifying at Snetterton, it looked a really close session out there, and the track was much cooler than yesterday. How would you assess it from your perspective?
Yeah, I mean the track was mint. It was probably the fastest I've ever felt it. Shame we couldn't have the pace at the end. I think we started off really well. I think we had a good gap on the first run and just didn't maximise the second, which is a shame. But it's very happy. And considering if you're looking at all the testing results, you're like, oh, what's going on? Nothing was really going on. It was just one of them things. But this is always our pace. Our pace is definitely no worse than this. So yeah, maybe could have got pole, but we'll see what happens. It's still a good place.
And you might be moving up the order because Timothy Kajarczyk has a grid penalty. So do you feel you can really kick on from this result?
Yeah, exactly. As soon as you said that to me, I thought, oh, podium. So I think see. Even though qualified 6, as you said, I think penalty. I think a couple of other people might have got penalty as well. So we'll see where we actually start. And obviously got gifted then. But I'll take it.
And how were the tyres up there? Were they quite fragile, or could you lean on them quite hard and do consecutive laps?
Yeah, you could lean on them. I mean, you could lean on them for 2 laps, and then third lap they're kind of done. So even I went to push on my last lap through turn 1, and I just had a big snap. So that was me done. So. Yeah, shame really, but I don't know, maybe we could have done low on the pressures, I don't know, but no. Team did a good job, provided a fast car for me today, so yeah.
And there are a couple of guys got their laps to lead to with track limits, so is that a bit of an issue around here, and what were the most difficult corners?
I wouldn't say that's an issue. I'm surprised that happened. They were probably also bouncing across the curbs and on the grass and probably even spinning if they're doing that, so I don't think they'd be too worried because that lap wouldn't have been quick, so track limits isn't an issue, so that's one less thing we have to worry about.
And what are you expecting from the race later on? It's quite a while later in the afternoon, so do you think the track will be any different, and do you think it'll be all about the start to make up the places as well? Yeah,
exactly. It's all about the start. It's going to be a lot less racing than Spa, that's for sure. So see what we can do at the start, and then that'll be crucial. And the track will be different, as you said, be hotter, maybe pick up a bit of oversteer, but the team know what they're doing, so yeah, we'll be fine.
So Michael, P13 in qualifying, it looks so close there between the Hellfield, but you can still break into the top 10 in the race.
Yeah, I'm hopefully trying to do the same thing as I did in Oulton race 1, because I qualified P13, but then I ended up finishing the race 9th. And if I can keep my nose clean, get consistent laps, maybe people in front of me make some mistakes, then I think a top 10 is definitely possible. But for me, the main focus this weekend is to get consistent finishes, both race 1, race 2, and try to make up as many positions in race 3 to get a good consistent points haul, really.
And you raced in British F4 last year, so how much are you enjoying this step up?
I'm really liking it. It's a totally different car, because British F4, yes, you have downforce, but they don't have a diffuser, they don't have front wing flaps, and it's totally different experience. Turn 1 here is so much quicker, and it really fits me well, I think.
And how much can you learn from your teammates Alex Dunn and Sutta, especially with Sutta, who's a Red Bull junior as well?
And I think that's one of the brilliant parts about being in this team is we have 2 really quick drivers, and because I have the drivers to look at the data, I can really focus on improving myself, and it really helps sometimes when you're just lost. It's just oh, I can go quicker there, or I can brake later here, things like that.
And you raced at Snetterton last year in F4, so how do you really make up the lap time here? And is it one of your favourite tracks on the calendar?
I would have to say Spa is my favourite track, but yeah, this definitely a technical track. And to go quick here, I think you need to be very consistent, but be on the limit in every corner, because even if you're 10th off in each corner, that's a 1.2 seconds over a whole lap. So you got to really maximize, the tires without, overdriving it.
And what are you expecting from the race later on?
I'm expecting. I watched the races last year, and there didn't seem to be too much overtaking. So I'm going to try to manage the dirty air and try to not make mistakes, really.
And you see, you've got a new helmet this season. Is it inspired by Lewis Hamilton?
Yeah, definitely inspired by Lewis Hamilton. I was looking for some inspiration online, and I realized that Lewis Hamilton always drove a silver car, so I thought that he would be a good inspiration to look at. And I saw this design, and I was like, oh yeah, that's definitely a bit of me, and decided to go with it. I made a little modifications here and there, but yeah, it's based on Lewis Hamilton's design.